Hey guys, this is DFS Chan back at it. League of Legends DFS is back, even though the Worlds tournament ended a week ago rather. Congratulations to EDG over Dom1 Gaming. Pretty much everybody thought that Dom1 was gonna cruise along in the finals, but EDG came through in the best of 5 series, and EDG has literally played 5 games in the entire knockout stage, literally every single matchup. So props to them, they truly deserve it. And yeah, we'll see what happens next year in the spring split and summer split. And there are gonna be a lot of off-season player movements amongst the teams and regions and everything. For example, I hear Chovy is gonna go to somewhere in North America. So we'll see if that actually happens. That's gonna be fun to see, follow the team, North American team here in the United States that will, make an offer to Chovy. So anyway, so that's just a good example of how exciting the offseason is gonna be. But in the meantime, we have another tournament in China. This is basically like an off-season tournament called Nest, short for like National Electronic something tournament. Sorry. But yeah, so anyway, it's like a kind of like an off-season tournament. So each team is gonna try to play their like development players mostly. Most teams are, and I'll talk about which teams are actually putting out their regular like major league starters equivalent, and that would be Suning and Team WE, and I'll explain why. And as you guys probably have seen the rosters that I posted or on Twitter, that some of those names or most of those names should not be familiar to most of you guys. So I'll dive into it a little bit. But most of those players that we don't know about are from their respective development teams, like minor league teams. So obviously these teams, LPL teams, are giving those players an opportunity to show them, for them to show what they got, to be able to see if they would be good enough to make it to the regular roster when the time comes for the spring split and the summer split next year. So I just want to go see. I just went to go see what happened last year in 2020. As you can see, 12 teams participated. So not all of the teams participated, but 12 teams did. A lot of the teams had some names that we recognize. So like, for example, BLG had Meteor. Like EDG had JJ, and as you know, he got promoted to be the regular starter for EDG this past year, and then he ended up winning a championship. He was the starting jungler for EDG. So these games actually mean a lot of things for a lot of these teams, and some of the teams will put out more regular starters than the others. But as you can see, I mean, last year they put out some good players out there like Wei, Insulator. We've seen him sometimes, LWX and Chris, as you can see. I mean, so these are all the players they played last year. So, and then I just wanted to see what happened in the group stage. Rogue Warriors actually had a strong outing in the group stage. So let's see what their lineup look like. Yudang, Wuming, and Zuwuji. I mean, these three were the regular starters, or at some point regular starters for them. So that was a strong lineup. And Suning, View, they didn't really have a strong lineup, but they finished 3-3. So I mean, I guess that's okay in the group stage. FPX and Group B, let's see how they fared in terms of roster. Like I said, the LWX and Chris probably dominated, and Insulator was pretty good. And Xiao 7, we've seen him play a little bit for TT, but FPX, I guess he used to play for them. EDG, we mentioned that JJ started. Team WE, Beichuan, wow, and Shanks, and Jumeng. And missing, wow, look at Team WE's roster. That was really good. So let's see how they did. 4-1, see? So I mean, really, the players if they play, and that's a huge upgrade for their chance to win their games, obviously. LGD, let's see who they started. Yeah, I mean, these are most of these starters, most of these players were starters at some point in the season last split. And then VG, who I believe won the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Cube, Leon, nice. Forge, and okay. So VG had a very strong roster, as you can see. And RNG for lastly, RNG did, where are they? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I mean, look at this roster. This is amazing. So yeah, so as you can see, VG ended up winning the whole thing. Like I said, and they had the regular starters starting. So I do think it really matters a lot. So let's dive into this year's matchup and see what their rosters look like. This was the stats from last year. I was just looking at what kind of teams played fast comparatively, but these don't really mean that much because this was all the way back in October, November last year. So, and the rosters have completely changed. But I just wanted to see like what it looked like, if there were any big differences or small differences between the top team and the bottom team in terms of kill pace. But I mean, this is not that much of difference. So I think kind of irrelevant probably. But I was also looking at what kind of teams, like the winning teams, like VG Gaming won the whole thing. I said whether they had a faster CKPM or something like that, see what the trend was, or the recipe for winning. But yeah, I mean, it looks like these three teams played the most games, so they obviously were, they advanced pretty far in the tournament, and they had pretty high CKPM, but like right in the middle, so doesn't really mean much. So I think the CKPM measurement that I usually look at is going to be a harder one to ascertain here because I don't really have any data, and these rosters are new when it comes down to analysis. So, but I'm just going to dive into what matchups we have for tomorrow's slate, 11-11. And then I'll dive into each team's roster. So as you can see, the first matchup is OMG versus Rogue Warriors. So I'm gonna first see OMG, since they're the favorite according to Vegas odds, to see if their roster is strong and whether they deserve this odds over Rogue Warriors. So I'm just gonna make a note here. Let's see. OMG, RW, and then I'll make a prediction for the matchup and maybe kill upside if I know the players and their tendencies. Where is my Twitter? Okay. OMG was, where was it? Do this one? No. This one? No. Sorry guys, this is my first time going through these two. But I've been thinking about some of these teams after looking at them. The rosters initially a few days ago. But here it is. So OMG is the ones that I know and I have played, I've seen play is Wu Ming in the mid lane, I believe. Eric at AD carry. And I don't think I've seen any other ones. So let's see if I can find OMG's page and see if I can see their roster. Yeah, Wu Ming was mid. Eric was AD carry. Over Abel was, I think it started over Eric for a while. But Abel is not starting. Eric is starting. And I thought Eric was pretty good. So let me see who else we have. Munion, top laner, temporary sub. Oh, my dream. Okay, so that's the minor league for OMG, minor league team for OMG. And then 98K. Yeah. So how about this? I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna say LPL, LDL for each team. For OMG, LPL level, I guess LDL is Munian, 98K. Wuming was LPL level, Eric was LPL level, Pain and 2Y1. Yeah, Pain is also LDL. LDL is the minor league version of league. And then who was it? 2Y1. Yeah, same thing. And 2Y. Okay, so these, and I'm gonna look at what positions they play, and as you guys probably already know, I put a lot of emphasis on the jungler for a game, League of Legends game. So I probably would put a lot of emphasis on, I'm gonna have to bump up a lot of their chance to win if their jungler is from the LPL level. So here, as you can see, Munian plays top. As you know, Wuming plays mid. Eric plays AD carry, so I'm not too convinced with that. About that. There's a jungler, 898K. Pain is support, and 2I1 must be 80 carry. Yeah. So we have 280 carries. So it'll be interesting to see who starts. I think Eric will probably start just given his history with OMG. And it looks like that's the only duplicate that they have. So that obviously naturally, brings a substitution risk that we should always worry about, when it comes to League of Legends competitive matchups. So I would watch out for the 80 carry position because I don't think we will get starter confirmation. Like I was going through the Nest official, this tournament's official Weibo, the Chinese Facebook, basically social media. But I just didn't see anything that would indicate whether one is going to start over the other at 80 carry position for OMG. So I saw some OMG stuff. Yeah, see. And then let me see what it says translated. I don't speak Chinese. So yeah, as you can see, top, jungle, mid, 280 carries, support, then that must be the coach. Okay. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see who starts, but I think Eric should start. So we'll see. Okay, RW. So as you can see, OMG has 2 players from the LPL level. That's okay. All right. We got Rogue Warriors. Rogue Warriors. And as you can see, I think fandom.com actually has this updated to see if these temporary subs, whether if it has that title, I think they are from the LDL version. Yeah. Rogue Warrior Shark is the minor league version for Rogue Warriors. So anyway, all right, so let's dive into Rogue Warriors, which you know how I don't know if you guys have been following me since RotoWire days, that I used to make videos for RotoWire. But now that I'm with True DFS, but I loved Ice Coke. I mean, last year in the LPL when he first came to light, I love his jungling style. I think it fits the meta perfectly. I do think he definitely increases the team's chance to win. So I'm excited about him to be featured for Rogue Warriors. So let's dive in. Our Rogue Warriors LPL level, LDL level. Panda C, I think he's the LDLs. Yeah. Yep. Top lane. So Panda C, top LDL, and Ice Coke, as you know. Where is he at? Yeah. I love Ice Coke. Jungling. Yeah, Xiao started to. Is he on here? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I love Ice Coke more than Xiao, so. All right. Ice Coke. Jungle. I love that. Fang. I've never heard of him, so I think he is from LDL. Yep. Mid. I don't like that about Rogue Warriors' chances. I've never heard of him. Kellen. Bot laner. Okay. Michi. Michi is a bot laner too. It says support on here. But then it says 80 carry here. So I don't know what's going on. Let me look at him. Bot laner for Rogue Warriors and support for what? What the heck? Let me see what history they have. You play Trundle, support. They all play support. I think he's support. Michi. Michi support. What was the last one? Beichuan. Where have I heard of him? I've heard of him. Support. We got two support situation here. Okay. Right. He was a LPL level. So I don't know who's gonna start. Support position is kind of tricky though. I mean, it's not like 80 carry position where I think Eric's gonna start. I think support it's a little more open. I don't know who's gonna start. It depends on like what 80 carry is gonna start. I think it's not because Kaishuan and Michi are similar in skill level, but it's because Michi has been supporting Kellen in the LPL or LDL in the minor league level together in the bot dual lane. So obviously they'll have better synergy if compared to if Kellen plays with Kaishuan, who has been playing, with the LPL players. So I don't know. I mean, that'll be interesting to see, but I would definitely that support position for Rogue Warriors is definitely some position that I will, probably avoid. But yeah, just based on this, I mean, I love Ice Coke. This is a tricky one to begin the slate with. I think OMG probably deserves to win. I mean, they have their main mid carry, 80 carry compared to, man, this is hard. I think I'm gonna say OMG probably wins, but I think I like Rogue Warrior for GPP. I don't think I will touch this game for cash. So, and OMG, as you know, I mean, when the regular starters used to play in the LPL, if you remember, they were like one of the bloodiest teams in the LPL. So, and then same for Rogue Warriors. I mean, this has the potential to blow up. But as you guys know, the next matches are best of one series, so it's just a single match. So it could blow up just based on the team's history and patterns, but not the same players are starting or playing. So but I'm just gonna say maybe kill upside, medium to high. I like that. Just based on the team tendencies, so I don't know. So let's speed up a little bit. EDG versus UP. And I think this analysis will be helpful, like for later matchups, because then we'll have everything broken down, like all the players. So forgive me for taking a little longer on this video, but I think it will be helpful just to, refer back to this video for, future day slates. So EDG, obviously they won the Worlds, so I'm guessing they're not going to start any of their regular starters. Yeah, Xiao Xiang is interesting. I think he used to play in the LPL, or he has played in the LPL before. Maybe not. Yeah. I think he mostly played in the LDL level. Let me see. Yeah, LDL. Yeah. But I do think he played in some LPL games, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I think he was on the roster, but maybe he never played. Okay, either way, I'm just gonna say he's from the LDL. Xiao Xiang top. And I've never heard of 1, 2, maybe. Let's do solo kill. And Tai E. I don't know who those kids are. Oh man. Top. Oh, he's not Chinese, he's from PCS. Okay. Hong Kong. Okay. So he's top. So there we have two top situations. Xiao Xiang top, solo kill top. Tai E is jungle from LDL. 0909. Yep, LDL as well. Mid. Hope. Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen Hope. I think he also have been on the LPL roster, but never played, maybe. Hope, 80 carry, leave, and Shamu. I don't know who these. Let's do Hope first and see. Hope, let's see. Match history. LDL, LDL. See, LPL 2020 summer. Is it last year? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's last year. He must have gotten demoted for Viper. Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. But he played in the LDL and looks like he did pretty well. And then, so he has the LPL experience, which helps a lot, obviously. And leave is 80 carry. Wow. They have a lot of overlap. Xiaomu. Who's that? Where's that? Blind right. Support from, yeah. Okay, so EDG's roster is kind of weak. I think Xiao Xiang and Hope kind of are the only two that practice with the LPL squad. but never played maybe, or played few games. I don't know, but this is obviously the least LPL experienced lineup compared to all three teams that we've talked about thus far. So I think I don't like EDG's chances unless UP Ultra Prime has similar situation. So let's dive into UPs. Like I said, we're doing this all together, so I appreciate your patience. UP. Where you at, UP? There it is. Okay, I've never heard of these guys. So I'm presuming LDL, but after that, I'll double check. Whisper. We have heard of Xiao Bao. Came. Oh man, that's a terrible name. Rat, obviously LPL. Meow new. Meow new. All right. So UP, where you at? There it is. Xiao Bao mid lane. But yeah, I mean, he used to start, right? And Irma used to start. Xiao Bao used to start, I'm pretty sure. Hello, computer. Come on. Yeah, LPL summer. All right, so that's a good news for them. Xiao Bao mid. And I'm gonna see about Rat, obviously. Oh yeah, SMLZ used starting. Took over, right? But at the same time, oh, is this a different Rat? Or is this the same Rat? Okay, let me see. LDL. LDL, 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 LDL. Okay. Oh. Didn't he used to play for E-Star? He used to start for them? Yeah, I think he did. Well, E-Star, okay, changed the name, you're right. Rat and Insulator leave for Academy roster. Rat join. Okay, so it's been a while since he played in the LPL. So I'm gonna say he's still a LDL. Because it's been a while. Okay, that's interesting. Whereas Shikao Bao played mid lane with Irma, share some time together. Okay, so that's interesting. And then Harry, top laner, LDL, Ikai, jungler, LDL, Whisper, jungler. Oh, double junglers here. Ikai and Whisper. So I don't know who's gonna start. Came, mid lane, again, overlapping Xiao Bao, LDL, and then Meow New support over Xiao Xiang, LDL too. So I don't know. I mean, this is gonna be a toss up too. I mean, Xiao Xiang, and Hope have some LPL experience for EDG, but for Ultra Prime, he have Xiao Bao, who's if he starts, I mean, we don't even know if he's gonna start because they have Kame as a support substitution risk there. So assuming they start all the top LPL experienced players, including Xiao Bao, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Ultra Prime. I mean, they have an LPL player. I mean, like I said, I don't really know any of these players Unfortunately, I wish I could be more helpful, but it's really the reality. And EDG tends to play slow historically. Ultra Prime tends to play on the faster side, but not as fast as our Rogue Warriors or OMG. So I think the kill upside is definitely low to medium. And I think I'm gonna say UP wins. Who was the favorite? Oh, EDG is the favorite. I'm gonna have to say UP upsets. Toss up. No significant advantage apparent for either team. Okay. So, I mean, since maybe it's a low to medium kill upside, just based on the team styles and stuff, but I don't know if I can, I might fade the entire game. So we'll see. But that's all I got for these two teams. I mean, two games. I'll speed up a little bit. Sorry about that. SN, and I'm sure you guys can fast forward maybe till the end and then see the roster status. Suning versus FPX. Suning is the big favorite, and I'll tell you why. You guys, some of you guys may have seen it. Yeah, check this out. Where are you at? Suning. Bin, SOFM, Angel, One Fang, on. 5 players, no substitution risk, regular LPL starters. They want to win the whole thing. That's the end. They should dominate. They should dominate. They should roll through. Bin should eat up the opposing top laners. Yeah. Huan Feng should rack up a lot of kills. Angel should get a lot of assists. Typical SOFM stuff. High kill participation for the team. Suning should roll. They should go to the finals in this tournament. So we'll see. Now it's gonna be an easy one to note here. SN, LPL, Bin, SOFM, Angel, One Thing, on. I mean, I don't need to list all the roles, any of the roles, because there's only 5 people. LDL, none. And FPX roster, let's see. There it is. Okay, FPX. Oh, that's interesting that Nuguri's their usual top laners contract ends on the 16th in 6 days. Wow. Wow. All right. FPX, LPL, LDL players. First of all, Xiao Xiang, we've seen him replace Nuguri at times when Nuguri struggled a little bit. So LPL for sure. So I like that. Ooh, and he's going up against Ben. So maybe Ben will not shit on this player because Xiao Xiang is actually pretty good and he will be okay, somewhat okay against Ben. So I don't think Ben's gonna be able to take advantage that badly against Xiao Xiang. So that'll be interesting. All right, that makes everything interesting now. Beichuan, I have seen him before in the LPL, so let's see if he actually played. I think he's a jungler. Yeah, Tian actually started, and Beichuan, I think he started some games, maybe not. LDL, LDL, LD. Okay, see, LPL 2021 spring. He did start 1 game at least. So that's interesting. I think that may have been when I think Bo, FPX's jungler, got uh sacked, and then Tian wanted to start, but he needed 1 day off. So I think Beichuan started anyway. So he has at least, I mean, he has 1 game, but so I would say LDL, but with maybe an asterisk. He has had a game before in the LPL. Ching, I've never heard of him. So Jing E Zhang. Shanny, I think we've seen him in the LPL. I think support. So let's go for Shanny first. Yep. Support for FPX, LPL. Ching is for the LDL in the mid lane. And then Jing E, I've never heard of him. So yeah, bot laner. Jing E. LDL. And Jiang. Are these two both bot? Yes, they were. Wow. Who started first? That's gonna be interesting to see. To see who's gonna start. If you are picking FPX stacks. I don't know why you would, because Suning has put out a fire lineup. So anyway, so let me just see for future reference who started more games or recent games. LPL or LDL summer 7-11. LDL summer. He started until July 11th, and then this guy ended up starting and playing in the playoffs, finished the playoffs. So Zhang over Jingyi. Okay. I'm gonna make a note. Zhang started over Jingyi in LTL playoffs. Okay. Zhang. So that's good to know. Most people wouldn't know that until they do some research like this. So that'll be interesting. But as I said, Suning has put out a fire lineup. So Suning wins, probably, most likely. Kill upside, I would say FPX. And Suning. Oh. I mean, if Suning's gonna roll, they will probably rack up a lot of kills. Both the FPX didn't play. Well, I guess they did play fast. So I'm just gonna say medium to high kill upside. Okay. BLG versus LGD. Let's do this. Fading a little bit here. But we got 2 more games left, or 3 games. Shit. All right, we can do this. BLG. All right, there it is. And Bew is a familiar name, as you guys know. So let's see. Bew. Kill upside. BLG. LGD. All right. BLG, LPL level, LDL level. Obviously, Bew top on the LPL. Can, I've never heard of them, so I'm just gonna say Can, Pin, Wings. I've heard of Dway in the LPL before. I think support, yeah, mids and rise. I've never heard of those guys. So let's see. Dway, if you guys know, support. LDL, 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 LDL. So LPL spring, he used to start. He lost. Jesus. Wow. That's a lot of red. He ended the spring split. he started the summer split and he must have, no, he ended the spring split. And he wasn't very good. Okay, even in the LDL, he had, yeah, that's interesting. That's a big downgrade. Because he didn't play in the LPL summer, so I'm just gonna say Jue support. All right, Jue and support. Okay. Who else was there? Can is, yep. Jungler. Looks interesting. Jungle. Pins is mid from LDL. Wings. Oh, substitution bot. Okay. 80 carry, possibly. Have I seen him? I think I may have seen him in the LPL. LDL summer. And he played in Nest. And then all LDL. Yeah. That's interesting. Wait, hold on. Let's see, he played 80 carry. Yeah, confirmed that. Yes, 80 carry champions, okay. Except for here, recent top. What? Okay. Doesn't matter. LDL. Myths. Top lane. Oh. Okay. And the LP from the LDL. Rise. Yep. 80 carry. So we have 280 carries. All right. So only Bio from LPL experience. All right. LGD. I love their roster here. I love Shadow. I think he's starting. Let's see. LGD. Okay. Garvey and Shadow. Jeez. Garvey, top, Shadow, jungle. Koi? Have I heard of him? Koi. What does that look? Sound familiar? He's a jungler. Koi. I think. Hi, Chow. ZJJ. Chan sounds familiar too. Let's see. All right, obviously Garvey, where you at? There you are. So Kui could start over Shadow. I hope not. But if Shadow starts, obviously that's a big plus. Kui's okay. So like he ended up starting all the spring split matchups, looks like Kui did. And then Shadow came over and dominated. So that's interesting. I'm just gonna say Kui in the LPL too, because he was a substitute. And Hai Xiao, mid laner from LDL. ZJJ, 80 carry from the LDL. Chance, I think he was LPL, maybe not. I wish I had better memories. LPL spring. LPL spring, all spring. Okay. So that also lets me have put it up here. So that's interesting. Because support, I think Mark started, but then Chance, okay. So LGD has a strong roster. I mean, Koi and Chance didn't really play that many games in the LPL level, but they were backup still. So they scrimmed and practiced with their regular starters. And then Biu is the only one for BLG. So, I mean, I'm going to have to say LGD and Shadow is a jungler. I mean, LGD, if Shadow starts over Koi, I mean, either way, I think they're probably better than this other jungler on the BLG, maybe. Who knows? But I think LGD wins. What was the odds? How are the odds? Is LGD a favorite? Oh, shit. Okay. I love this spot for LGD. I think LGD upsets. So that'll be an interesting GPP play to make. Because also LGD, I don't know if you remember, but LGD was high bloody team, a high kill upside, and whoever their opponent was also benefited from that. So I think BLG, if you are stacking BLG, I like BLG's kill upside too. So I'm just gonna say medium to high. But I like LGD Shadow. I mean, Biu.
Yeah.
Okay. There hasn't been, I mean, I think Suning probably cash optimal so far. Victory 5 versus Invictus Gaming. Invictus Gaming, man, you should see their roster. But Victory 5 first. V5. Yeah, here. Okay. Victory 5 is interesting because they had all the rookies last year. So they're not really rookies anymore, but they were so bad that you might as well treat them as rookies or LDL level for this purpose. But anywho, kill upside, V5, IG, LPL, LDL, IG, LPL, LDL. And then we'll have one more matchup to analyze after that. All right, V5. I'm gonna try to guess. Invincible was LPL. PZX was LPL, I think. Dream, I don't know. I've never heard of them. Kepler, I think I've heard of them on the LPL. Today, I've never heard of them. Jerry, I've never heard of them. So let's dive in. Invincible, top laner. Okay. Just kidding. Just kidding. So he goes to the LDL. Top. PZX. Jungler. Jungod. Yeah, PZX, LPL. I like that. Kepler. Bot. What else? What else do they have? Bot lane. Is that it? I think that was it. Wow. Jungle and 80 carry from the LPL. Invincible, like I said, is top. LDL, Dream, mid laner, LDL. Today, 80 carry. Jerry, support. So if Kepler starts over today, I think that'll be a good team to target for V5. But then let's dive into the opponent's roster, IG, which I think I saw that June is starting. Wow, look at that. So let's go to IG. Okay, let's see. June, Nanny, June. I've never heard of XZZ or Xiao Yueji. Lucas, I think he definitely had LPL experience. So let's dive in. Nenny, as you guys know, top laner. I think he used to start when the Shy's visa issue was up. There was some issues with the Shy's visa issuance. So I like Nenny when he played then. So I like LPL Nenny. June obviously stud at jungle. Lucas. Yeah, you know, he's supported in the LPL. XZZ, mid laner, from the LDL, Xiao Yu at G, Xiao Yu G, 80 carry from the LDL. So I love this IG's lineup, man. I mean, both junglers from the LPL. That's gonna be a good matchup. And I think there's gonna be a high kill upside too. All right. I think IG wins. And they're the favorite. Okay. So yeah, IG wins. IG wins most likely. But then it's in IG. So you know the rule. The IG rule, when they're the underdog, they'll most likely pull off an upset. But when they're a favorite, they don't tend to do well. So all right, last matchup, LNG. JDG, completely different lineups, revamped. JDG had a lot of the players leave. So anyway, LNG, JDG. Let's go to LNG first. Okay. All right. Where you at, LNG? All right. Ooh, Mikuya. I think it's what's one, but no, I didn't do that. So anyway, Mikuya, top lane. I think Beige, Virgil, Urha. LP is interesting. I think LP has started one game, maybe last LPL's split. Yeah, one. So that's interesting lineup. Okay. I need LNG. There it is. All right. Who you at? Me, you. And he Ali started, so he's not starting. Mikuya, top lane for LNG. Yep. LP. Let me see when he last played. Light played. Oh, this was when Light and Awandi got benched. And then LP started in place of them. So as you can see, he played 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's pretty good. 5 games in the LPL and he did okay. So I like LP chances. Beige. Okay. Jungle. Not in the LPL. Virgil. Oh, mid lane is from LDL. Okay. Urha. Mid laner too. Okay, Virgil and Urha. They compete. And then Uneasy, bot lane, 80 carry. Yao Wang. Where is she? I don't know what that is. Yao Wang. Oh, staff. He's a freaking staff. I mean, I don't even know what position he plays. No match history. No tournament results. I don't know. See, like he's not, whatever. Sorry, I'm zoning out a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what team or position he played. Maybe I'll just completely avoid him. I don't know. Okay. Well, either way, I don't know what position he plays. All right. So Mikuya and LP, that's it. That's pretty good. All right, JDG. There he is. All right, JDG. JDG. All right. 705, I don't know. LDL 1251. That's the numbers. Xiao 17. Xiao E. Does it E sound familiar? Maybe. Maybe E up there. Such feather. Okay. These are interesting names. All right. E mid laner. Yeah, I've never. Ew, isn't he Thunder Talk? That's interesting. He is LDL. Unless he started. Did he start for TT last time? LPL summer, yeah. He started for TT. And now he plays for JDG. Interesting. All right. E and then 705. Temporary. Both of them top. We have two top lanes that are from LDL. Xiao 17. Jungler from LDL. Xiao. Jungler 2. Wow. Xiao 17. Xiao. Such feather. Such is 80 carry. Feather is support. So we have two top laners, two junglers, and that's it. So E's definitely gonna start. Two junglers. Competition will be interesting. Top laners have numbers in their as their name, so we'll see what happens there. But just based on this, I'm gonna have to favor. I'm gonna have to favor LNG. Because E, even I mean, even for TT Thunder Talks, E was not that great. So I'm not too afraid him dominating Virgil or Urha for LNG. So I think LNG still should win. Let me see what the odds are. Oh wow, they're the underdog. I don't know. JDG doesn't have that many good players, so maybe they do. Upsets. JDG. Big favorite. So I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Those are my match predictions and roster analysis. Tomorrow or then the next day, next couple days, I will post another video going through other teams that I haven't talked about. These are obviously the teams that will be on the slate tomorrow, so that's why I dove into that. But if you have any questions, let me know. If you like the video, please hit the like button or subscribe button. Will help us out a lot. But if you have any questions, I can be reached out at on Discord or on Twitter at DFS Chan. Thank you. Have a good one.